A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be. Any fool can make things bigger, more complex, and more violent. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Everyone should be respected as an individual, but no one idolized. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. Everything that can be counted does not necessarily count. Everything that counts cannot necessarily be counted. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. I admit thoughts influence the body. I believe that a simple and unassuming manner of life is best for everyone, best both for the body and the mind. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. If A is a success in life, then A equals X plus Y plus Z. Work is X, Y is play, and Z is keeping your mouth shut. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Imagination is more important than knowledge. It would be possible to describe everything scientifically, but it would make no sense. It would be without meaning, as if you described a Beethoven symphony as a variation of wave pressure. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Most people say that it is the intellect which makes a great scientist. They are wrong. It is character. No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it. Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Only two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former. Our task must be to free ourselves by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Sometimes one pays most for the things one gets for nothing. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. The distinction between the past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. The gift of fantasy has meant more to me than my talent or absorbing positive knowledge. The high destiny of the individual is to serve rather than to rule. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. The only real valuable thing is intuition. The only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. The secret to creativity is knowing how to hide your sources. The tragedy of life is what dies inside a man while he lives. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. When you sit with a nice girl for 2 hours, it seems like 2 minutes. When you sit on a hot stove for 2 minutes, it seems like 2 hours. That's relativity.